I'm here to talk to you about what it takes to become a successful importer. The first thing I want to talk about is who is Chinese Department Store. Chinese Department Store is not a Chinese-owned company, although it is administered in China. It's not a physical department store, it's a virtual online department store. All of our staff and employees work on the ground here in China. I'm going to talk a little bit about why Chinese Department Store is here in China. We came to China to find the places with top quality products and reliable manufacturers so that we could export to the world and hold it to a standard which we were happy and proud of. I'll tell you a story about Japan. 30 years ago, Japan was known to make rubbish merchandise and products, known as Jap crap, and nobody wanted to touch it. Over the years, Japan built a name and is now known as the finest electronics in the world and the most expensive electronics in the world. China right now is where Japan was a few years ago and is on the verge of global manufacturing domination. It already is dominant in the world. Look around you now, probably in whatever room you're in, there are many products made in China, probably more than that are made in any other place. Why import through Chinese Department Store? We're here to offer you security. We know a lot of people have had troubles with overseas transactions. We ourselves are landed here in China with employees and we have deep connections in industry. It's known that there are many manufacturers in China, or so-called manufacturers, that are not reliable. If you just Google Chinese scams, I'm sure there'll be a million hits on people who have been scammed. This is the reason we are in China, to find truly reliable manufacturers so that we can do good business and build a good quality name. That's why we're called Chinese Department Store, and we chose this domain name to change that perception in the world. There are many top quality products in China, and we ourselves go to the factories and make sure that the products that we're purchasing comply to standards that we're accustomed to growing up in and living and coming from the Western world. We rejected many products just 2 days ago. A lot of the wires, the way that they were entering the housing, didn't have any rubber grommets, just knots tied in the electrical wire, things like this that are unacceptable. In the Chinese market, there's no industry standard, so they're not held accountable for what they sell. But to us, that's ridiculous to even offer such a product. So we reject that and go back to the factory and make sure they produce a quality product. Sometimes you might find our prices even a little higher than the competition, but that's because we truly do hold our manufacturing plants to the standards which we advise. Just a few cents more on a product means the difference between something that is good quality and something that's substandard and unacceptable. In China, you can bargain with the manufacturers to the bone. You can believe you're getting a good deal. But on delivery, things will be put together with glue instead of screws. They'll be made with the thinnest casings you can imagine, a metal casing you can push and it physically bends. Things like this. We know when to stop bargaining and when quality is better than price. Years of experience in China have taught us this. Let's talk a little bit about security and your money. Something that we do on larger orders, when we're dealing with the factory, we'll only supply a small part of the money and withhold the rest of the payment. Then we go out to the factories and make sure that they're making and creating the product that they've been contracted to do. When we see progress, a bit more money. A bit more progress, a bit more money, until the job is done. Once the factories get started on a production run and have invested their money into their parts and components and labour, they make sure that they do the right job, because they know that we're holding them to a standard and we won't continue payment unless they are producing and providing the correct product. When the factories deliver the goods to our warehouse, we have a team of workers who go over the goods, quality check, and give assurance that everything is working fine and comes to the standard which we've designated in the contract. Once we agree that everything's fine and clear, we hand the final payment over to the factory and the goods are in our warehouse and under our control. This is a safe and secure way to deal with money in China. Our shipping company then packages the goods, as they're the ones who cover the insurance and handle from there on in. I'm going to talk a little bit about warranty. Products that come back under warranty are so much headache. So we supply good quality products to begin with, which we don't want returned. However, we do supply a percentage of key components along with shipments of a certain quantity to cover any returns or such things that may happen. In general, we'd expect warranties and repairs to be carried out by you, the dealer of the product in your local area. Although everything does have a factory warranty, the return costs are to be covered by you. That's the return shipping back to China and then again from China back to your locality. In the case that you do have to send products back, we have experts who will help you fault find, so that rather than sending back a whole product, you can send back the components which are damaged and we can then supply those components to you. We're here to help you grow a business. We specialise in helping people grow businesses from the ground up. Most of the products that we supply are CDS brand. This is a brand that we're very proud of. We will, however, supply OEM manufactured products, which is with no brand name, if you order a minimum quantity depending on the product. Many people ask us to supply them brand name products. We're happy to do that, but the responsibility is on you to find out whether it's legal for you to do that in your country and whether it will cause a conflict with any local suppliers who have the rights to those products. In building a business, we can supply every material thing that you're going to need. China is cheaper. That's including all the products that you're going to want to sell, including cash registers, including paint for the walls, including shop shelving, including lighting, including decorations, interior design, signage, everything. You name it, we can supply it to build a business.